In the endless expanse of East Africa's savanna, 4.3 million years ago, where the sun burned fierce and the wind whispered of danger, a small Australopithecus family carved out their existence. Quay, a sturdy male with keen eyes and calloused hands, was the protector, his heart bound to Lira, a lithe and resilient female whose sharp mind matched her quick hands. Their son, Taro, barely a year old, was their hope, a fragile spark in a world of claws and hunger. Together they lived in a rocky shelter, a haven amidst the wild grasslands, where acacia trees swayed and predators prowled. One blistering morning, as the sun climbed high, Quay took Taro to hunt, teaching him to track small game. Lira stayed behind, tending their shelter, weaving vines into a sling and gathering roots near a shallow stream. Her hands moved with purpose, her eyes scanning the horizon, always alert. The savanna was never silent, bird calls, rustling grass, the distant roar of a lion. But today, a new sound stirred her instincts. The snap of a twig, too deliberate, too close. She froze, clutching a sharp stone, her heart quickening. From the tall grass emerged an intruder Australopithecus, a towering male with matted hair and a menacing gaze. His steps were slow, calculated, his hands gripping a heavy branch. He had watched their shelter for days, drawn by the scent of food and the isolation of Lira. With Quay and Taro gone, he saw his chance, not for theft alone, but to assert dominance, to claim what was not his. Lira's eyes narrowed, her stance shifting, the stone in her hand a silent vow to protect her home. The intruder lunged, swinging his branch with a guttural snarl. Lira dodged, her agility her shield, darting behind a boulder. She hurled her stone, striking his shoulder, drawing a grunt of pain. The savanna seemed to hold its breath as they circled, Lira's mind racing. She grabbed a stick from the ground, jabbing at his legs, forcing him back. The intruder roared, his branch swinging again, splintering against the rock as Lira ducked. Her breath was ragged, but her resolve burned bright. She would not yield. Lira's cries echoed, a desperate call to the wild. She scrambled up the rocky outcrop, using its height to her advantage, pelting the intruder with stones. He climbed after her, his strength overwhelming, but Lira was cunning. She kicked loose a rock, sending it crashing into his chest, staggering him. As he stumbled, she leapt down, sprinting to the shelter, grabbing a smoldering branch from their fire pit. Waving the glowing ember, she faced him, the flames a warning in the fading light. The intruder hesitated, fear flickering in his eyes, then turned and fled into the dusk. Exhausted, Lira sank to her knees, the branch still clutched in her trembling hands. The savanna grew quiet again, the stars emerging like witnesses to her triumph. Hours later, Quay and Taro returned, their hunt successful, a small antelope slung over Quay's shoulder. Taro toddled to Lira, his tiny hands reaching for her. Quay's eyes widened at the signs of struggle. Scattered stones, the singed ground. Lira met his gaze, her face weary but fierce, and recounted her stand. Quay's hand rested on her shoulder, a silent promise of protection, though he knew her strength rivaled his own. Their shelter stood stronger that night, not just in stone, but in spirit. Lira, Quay, and Taro sat together, sharing their meal under the vast sky, the fire's glow a symbol of their unbreakable bond. The savanna was merciless, but so was their will to survive. Lira's courage had turned back the darkness, and in their quiet moments, as Taro slept between them, they knew their family was a fortress no intruder could breach. Their story, etched in the dust of the earth, would endure, a testament to love and resilience in the dawn of humanity. Subscribe now to proof that you really watched this video.